Hello, today we're going to show a demo of how PagerDuty and Cosmos can work together to resolve an incident in our production system. Specifically, we're going to show a demo that looks like this, where we have a PagerDuty incident that triggers. This will flow into Cosmos, start a session with an expert that will both triage the incident, identify a fix, and then publish a PR to GitHub to resolve the issue. So let's take a look at what it looks like in Cosmos. Over here, we have our Cosmos interface, and the first thing I'm going to do is show how I created an integration with PagerDuty. And we can see that here, I have a native integration with PagerDuty. It's a webhook that I've created. I have this over here on this tab where I blurred out a little bit of the details of the URL, but you can see very simply, we've created a webhook address in Cosmos. We put that in PagerDuty, and now PagerDuty on an incident in our service will call out to this webhook, and it will trigger an event, a session to get started in Cosmos. The next thing that I've done is I've developed an expert that will work with that incident as it comes from PagerDuty. This expert is focused on handling these PagerDuty incidents. You can see here that it has a specific environment that it's going to be running in with the code base for our ecom stack. We have a specific model that it's going to use by default, and then we have the system prompt that this expert will be using to receive the incident, triage the incident, and then publish a fix. We also have specific integrations that this expert has access to. We can see here that the custom webhooks is right here, as well as the GitHub app. And then we also have other workers that it can call. In this case, it's not going to, but this could be things like a PR risk analyzer or a code review expert to call in subsequent steps after the PR gets published. Now that we have our integration and our expert, the last piece is setting up the actual trigger itself. So if I go down here to automations, we can see that I have built an automation that looks at this PagerDuty incident. When the incident occurs, it triggers this automation. The automation then calls on the expert, the PagerDuty incident response expert, to go ahead and triage the incident itself. So with all that being said, we're ready to actually go and trigger the incident. So if I pop over here, we can see I have my logs running, and in this window, I will actually trigger the incident to start. It's a memory leak simulation. We can see that. We will see here that eventually the memory will start to grow unbounded. We'll give it a minute to actually have the incident occur. Okay, and in just a few moments here, we're seeing already memory is jumping to from 1 megabyte to 38 megabytes, and it's going to continue to grow over time. Over here, I have my PagerDuty dashboard, and we can see that so far the incident it actually just came up right today, 8:55 a.m. So that was just right now. And if we pop back over to our Cosmos environment, we can see in sessions, there we go. There is the actual incident triggered. We can see that it was came from PagerDuty, the incident triggered event. And here is the expert saying, I'm going to triage this incident, and it starts diving into it, figuring out what the fix is going to be. I'll let the expert run on this for a minute, and we'll come back as the PR gets generated. And the expert has finished its analysis. As we can see here, it's completed the investigation, identified that it in fact was a synthetic injected metric. It got me, and it confirmed the issue at hand. It then drafted a PR, and here we can see that there's a PR here that fixes the issue. All I have to do now is merge this PR, and the issue will be addressed.